People often ask me, Safir, how do you keep winning in so many different areas, whether it is trading or teaching or business or coaching or whatever you enter into, you will win there. And my answer never changes. I just did more than anyone else. And if you see that one word, more, that's ultimate life hack. And it's not fantasy, it's not viral, but that's the single highest return move in business and in your life also. So whether you are in 20s starting out your business or your life, or you are in your 30s, you are trying to scale, whatever I'm going to discuss in this session will show you exactly how to win, not someday, but this decade itself. Okay, so the way we are going to proceed, the way we are going to do more. See, most people think success is about finding the next new thing. See, in reality, it's about doing more of what already worked for you. I learned this after failing with Cafe Zebrew. I kept trying new ideas, new menus, and new ads and new interiors. Every change it took time, it cost money, and it also confused my team. But when I built, when I went to trade school, or when I built trade school, I flipped that mindset. And instead of chasing new trends, I asked one question: what's already working in the market, and how can I do it 10 times more? Or what's already working for me, and how can I 10x my revenue from that itself? So that question, that mindset have changed everything. In trading also, it's the same. You don't need new indicators every week. You don't want new setup. You just need to master one setup and repeat it until the market itself respect your consistency. So there will be a time where market. So that's the same in life, in trading, in coaching, in business, in any scenarios you take. The more you do, the better it will be. So there is a you know reason, actually, massive efforts, if you do that, feel magical. So when you produce enough volume, right, quantity that you have, that will automatically transform into quality. One of my mentor once told, Safir, you don't need new marketing, you just need more marketing. So some of the ads are working, so take those ads and do it repeatedly, run it repeatedly, and get more and more clients. And that's what most people don't get. What they do is they think they are doing enough, but when it comes to reality, they are just warming up. And let me give you a real world story from my own ecosystem. When we scaled trade school, we didn't run one or two webinars in a month. I remember in 45 days, in 1.5 months, that the target that I got. And I was forced to do it because of my team, my agency. So I was motivated by them. So I have taken 42 sessions in 45 days, webinars, continuously running webinars and converting people, and made 1,000 admissions, on an average 25 conversions out of maybe 250 leads, and every session they are bringing. So 25 conversion, which is 10%, which is decent, and almost 1,000 students in 45 days we have made. And that's what I've shared previously as 1.63 revenue that we have made in the month of August. So my team thought I was crazy. Yes, I got the support, I got the motivation, but that sheer frequency that built the brand recall, to also build the trust and a FOMO all at once, because you keep doing it. So this person is visibility. So someone is attending webinar today, and he might have missed it in between, or someone was not able to attend yesterday, but he'll be getting it today. We keep sending messages, the follow-ups and everything, exactly like Shiron, the CEO, who did almost 260 events in 365 days and grew the company from 200 crore to 1,200 crore. So that's what more looks like in the real world. You do more, you conduct more webinars, more conversions, more money. You sell more, right? Repeat, do the things, whatever is working for you, do more and more and more. But the trap is, people love to optimize instead of maximizing. So, see, optimizers ask, how can I get the same result with less work? What maximizers will ask us, how can I get the biggest result possible, no matter the work? See, even when I was younger, that time, like, you are an optimizer in school also, you'll study less, and you wanted to get that good marks, right? So last minute studies, and you used to get that 80s and 90s. But you realize that when some of your, colleagues or your classmates, they are getting into the top universities, that you have realized that, nobody reward the effort avoidance, only outcome obsession, right? So you will be rewarding for the time and effort that you are spent. So from that day, my rule became, if I can outwork you, I will outperform you. So the more you work, that's where this word more is important. The more you work, the better you get. If you can outwork me, you will outperform me. That's it. It's as simple as that. So see, the this part that I'm going to discuss now, that will sting, but that's actually the truth. Everyone want to be in that 1% or 0.1% or 0.01%. Now coming to UPSC exam, if you want to crack this, it's a 0.01 percentage is cracking this exam. But most of them, they live like that 99%. That's why you are coming into that 99%. If you want to be in that 1%, you should be in that 1%, right? The way you need to live also should be that 1%. So if you want to enter a stadium of 10,000 people and walk out, number one from that, you can't have normal weekends. You can't have normal habits. You can't live like normal beings. You can't have normal friendships. You will be misunderstood. People will say you're obsessed. Yes, you're crazy or you're unbalanced. Why are you studying for 16 hours, 18 hours? You're on, friends will ask you, why are you sitting in reading room all the time? Why are you not even taking bath? Right? So people will misunderstand because you're not like them. You're not like 99%. You're just like, you are like that 1%, and you want to belong to that 1% group also. That's your reference group. So it's okay to be misunderstood. You will be rewarded for that. And they're right actually. That's the price of exceptional. That's the price of doing more, right? If you see, oil and water don't mix. Average and extraordinary will never mix, right? So same way, at one point in your journey, you will have to choose, do I want comfort or do I want greatness? So when I was building my academy or coaching academy, my friends went on vacations. I spent nights in the office. I kept recording the lectures. I have taken Zoom sessions from 6 to 7, 8 to 9, 10 to 11, and then I have to watch these, edit these, preparing reels from this, and also uploading these in the YouTube and the LMS. So that take a lot of time, and by the time I sleep, it will be 4 a.m. And then when I wake up at 11 o'clock and repeat the same process. So that's what it takes to become the exception. And that's why that I got that, brand name. So every time you change something in your business, what will happen is the performance drop first. There is a 20% dip before the new system even stabilizes. You may gain 5% later, or you may not gain at all. But that dip is very important, right? So you'll be getting that dip. So why you need to do that? So if you already have something that works for you, why you're betting on that 5% gain with a guaranteed 20% loss by getting into that? By getting into that 20% losses for sure, you may or may not gain 5%, right? So why you bet on that 5% you may or may not get with a guaranteed 20% loss? So instead, you can put all your effort more into what's already proven and what's already working, what's already making money for you. So that's what I call the risk adjusted return mindset. So at Trade School, when you see one webinar format that started converting very good. So what we did is, we didn't change it. We just kept running the same for, I think we increased the frequency 10 times. So others are spending, months on experimenting. We scaled the same proven model, and that's how the results have compounded. Now, see, let's understand. I'll give you one example. Let's say you spend 10,000 on ads and you are making 1 lakh. Decent, that's a 10x return. And you scale up. You spend 1 lakh and you earn 2 lakh. So here, what happens? Your return ratio that drops to 2x. Earlier 10,000, you're getting 1 lakh. Now you scale 1 lakh, you're getting 2 lakhs. So earlier it is 10x return, now it is 2x return. But your absolute profit, if you see, is it doubled or not? Will that matter? From, if you look at the absolute profit in the first case, it's 90,000. Now in the second case, it's 1 lakh. That increases. Cool. So that possibility is there. So that's what, in fact, most people misses. They chase percentage in terms of total. Sometimes percentage is also important, but here you need to see things in a different perspective as well. So maximizers, they focus on absolute growth, absolute numbers. But Optimizers focus on relative efficiency. You think that when I spend 10,000, I get 1 lakh. If I spend 1 lakh, I get 2 lakhs only. So why I need to spend 1 lakh? I can spend 10,000 and I can get 1 lakh. But still you're forgetting that the profit in absolute terms actually increased. So that's what maximizers focus. Optimizers, they'll focus on that relative efficiency. Like you'll start comparing in terms of these percentages. So I'll always choose 1 crore profit at 2x return, right? 2x ROI is there, return on investment is there. That's what I look for over like 10 lakh profit with a 10x ROI. I never look for, see, that's the mindset that you need to have. That's the maximizer's mindset. I never chase for this 10 lakh profit with 10x ROI if there is a probability that I can make 1 crore profit at 2x ROI. I'm okay to spend 1 lakh. I'm okay to spend 50 lakh if I get 1 crore profit. But more than I'm spending 1 lakh for 10 lakh profit, right? So if there is a possibility, because the goal is not to be cute, it's to win the market. So how you win? You win in terms of absolute numbers. So see, change has a fixed cost. And as I told you just before, uncertain reward. You may benefit, you may not benefit, but the cost is there. That's why I take only one big bet in a year in my business. Maybe it's a new course or a new funnel or a new marketing system. Everything else will stay constant. Because you see, when you do more, the same thing that you're doing, that create a kind of compounding mastery also. So your team will improve, your system will sharpen, your clients trust you more, and you don't need a new playbook every quarter. You need to run the same play better, faster, harder. You don't want a new playbook. Just the same, you keep running. I remember I was running the same webinar for 10 months consecutively. Once I recorded, I kept running the same. Before that, I have taken live webinars, 300 webinars. Live continuously I used to take. Once I mastered it, and then I was able to automate it. Even without my presence, it will run. So that's the kind of scaling that you need to do. So doing more is more important, right? See, most entrepreneurs, they plan business like cooking dinner. How we do that, how we cook dinner, you open the fridge and then you will ask, what can I make with what's there? What's there in the fridge? Like in business also, what I can do with what I have, right? So, but is that the true strategy? The true strategy should be, you need to ask, what do I want to eat, right? So then they go to the ingredients and cook that exact thing. So that's the difference between reactive hustling and strategic winning. I don't want to do reactive hustling. I want to have the strategic winning. In 2024, when we planned Tradeskool roadmap, we didn't ask what can we do next month. We asked what will make us the most trusted trading education brand in 2026. So that's the demand. That's what I mean by strategic winning rather than relative hustling. I'm not going to do it for survival. I'm not going to do it for next month. I'm not going to do it for next 2 months. So when you started thinking like what will make us the most trusted trading education brand in India by 2026, and that's when we reverse engineered the ingredients, right? So that's very important. So the secret that no one tell you is, you see, you keep doing more, it may be boring. When you keep doing new things, it may be exciting. But where money is made, boring things, if you do, you'll make more money. Boring equals profitable. Every time my business made the most money, things look boring. Same ads I'm running, same classes, same offers, the same system. No hype, no innovation, just execution on repeat. So the excitement of new, that destroys consistency. You keep entering into new things and you keep getting that certain loss by expecting a maybe win. But if you follow the discipline of more, that will build empires. You can compound, right? So before you scale anything, you can test it through this IC, impact, confidence, and ease. When I say impact, how big could it, this one can move or grow the business, right? That's the impact. The confidence. How sure am I that it will work? That's very important. right? And then ease, how easily can I execute it with current resources that I have? So if something scoring high on all the three, that's your more move. So impact, that means how big could this move grow the business? I'm going to do something new. So how big this will grow the business? And confidence part, how sure I am about that it is going to work out, and how easily I can execute it. If these three are scoring good, the impact that your move is going to make and the confidence that you have and how easily it could be done, then that's your more move. And at Investors Club and in Trade School, for example, we knew our webinars converted well. So instead of building an app, we ran that ICE test. So high impact, high confidence, and low complexity. So we decided, let's just do more webinars. What's the result? Highest revenue quarter ever, right? So stop obsessing over these small metrics. You won't 10x your business by taking 30% opt-in rate to 40%. You will 10x it by driving 10x more traffic. So in 2025, when we started this trade school campaign, we didn't tweak one ad. We created, I remember in one day I'm talking about. Can you imagine that I have recorded 125 ads in one day? 125 ad script of 1.5 minutes each in one day. So I keep repeating, I keep talking about these ad scripts. So we have that ad library and 125 ads in one day. Similarly, almost 2000 unique ads we did overall. Can you imagine this? And it took around 6 weeks when I completed this. But I remember in one day, 125 ads. That's the record. So it took almost 15 editors working day, night. But that volume that we did, that produced crazy revenue and big impact also, literally. So if something is already working, double it, triple it, explode it. Because more, that word, more, always beats perfect. You don't want to be perfect. You do more and more on things that is working for you, right? So when you commit to massive volume, right, you are working hard, you get forced evolution. You have to evolve yourself because you have to work hard. So you will improve automatically in all dimensions. See, let's say you decide to make 100 reels this month. So by day 5, you'll hate it. By day 10, you'll start getting creative shortcuts. By day 20, you'll realize that what truly works for you. And by day 30, you will be unstoppable. So by the point is, the pain create precision. And most people never get there because they quit before mastery compounds. It takes time. You need to do more. That's when you evolve. So what a final mindset shift I want you to have is, when you see someone ahead of you, don't envy them. Assume they are doing 10x more than you can see. If they are successful, if they are looking ahead of you, right? It's the only reason is they are doing 10x more effort or more work than what you see or what you do. So they are shooting videos that you will never watch, sending DMs you will never read, closing clients you will never know about. So if you want to catch up, you do 2x more is not enough. You need to do 20x more because he's already 10x ahead of you. Cool. So you need to do not 2x of what you're doing now. If you need to catch up, you need to do 20x more. So leave no doubt, make your work ethic so loud that the competition stops talking. Right? So if you are in your 20s or 30s, this is your golden window. You have energy, you have time and freedom. Use it to outwork everyone. See, I can give you a personal challenge. You pick one proven skill, one business, one system at a time. Stop switching these lanes, commit to that one proven skill for next 12 months. Do 100x more than your peers and track results weekly. When you feel tired, always remember the work begins when motivation ends, because that's where winners are born. If you can master this single word that I was talking about in the entire discussion, more, you'll build what others only dream about. Keep recording videos, keep teaching, keep learning, keep doing things, keep doing more of what is working for you. You will build what others only dream about. The question is not about can you win? The question is, can you outlast? Can you do more? Can you work hard? Can you evolve yourself? And if you can, then one day you look back like I did, and you'll realize you didn't need luck. You don't want contacts. You don't want funding. All you need is the courage to do more. Thank you so much.